Okay, we are group 2, and we're focused on veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm Diamond Escobedo, and then also my presentees are going to be Ashley, Deriyon, Judy, Frank, and Darin.
Post-traumatic stress disorder may arise when exposed to different types of trauma. Trauma can range from war zone or deployment trauma, accidents, and sexual trauma. The prevalence amongst veterans is dependent upon the service area and exposure to combat, but overall, about 30% males and 26.9% women. The three main eras that were studied were the Vietnam era, the Gulf War veterans, and Operation Enduring Freedom, with the focus in sexual harassment and assault as well. Military sexual trauma is more common in women, but there are more male veterans than female veterans, hence the data. Some signs and symptoms are deep feelings of guilt and isolation, as well as anxiety. Some limitations to access are knowledge on treatment options and limited appointments available. Some disparities or differences are lack of treatment or confirmed diagnosis amongst women and African Americans, as well as Hispanics. And some modifiable risk factors are substance abuse, smoking, and poor physical activity.
So the impact this can have on occupational performance and environmental challenges. Veterans will avoid social interactions such as loud noises or crowded places that may remind them of the event if they are overstimulating. Veterans may experience hyperarousal, the constant feeling of being alert and uneasy in new situations. Triggers can cause painful memories to arise and cause the individual to believe they're experiencing the event once again. Lastly, veterans who are experiencing PTSD can have a huge negative feeling. These feelings may also aid in their difficulty to trust others, feelings of guilt, or generally be unhappy, or generally be happy.
We feel that the availability for mental health rehabilitation is abundant within the veterans with PTSD population. So our program is going to focus on two major issues within this population once returning from service. Reintegration of the veteran into society offers its own unique set of challenges. The individual could react poorly to loud noises or bright lights, or the absence of both, depending on their traumatic event. Our program would work to customize placement of the individual into a setting that could accommodate for these needs. During intake, each veteran will fill out a questionnaire outlining ADL-based settings that may provide triggers. From this, we will reintegrate the veteran based on their answers. Secondly, we want to maximize the opportunities given to this population of individuals as much as possible. Our program will hone in on specialty training received during service, so transitioning to a different routine may not present with such alien concepts. Restructuring the foundations of veterans' triggers allows for growth moving forward once they've returned home. During this opportunity phase, we also want to account for any assistive technology or orthotics required for complete occupational participation. Our goal is to promote healthy development and behaviors of veterans with PTSD by working with their strengths and adapting to their weaknesses. We felt that it was imperative to provide a service to all active and past service members across all ages.
So OTs are qualified mental health professionals and can provide support to veterans experiencing PTSD. So in general, according to AOTA, the OT role is to assist people experiencing barriers to engage in meaningful roles and occupations to increase their participation, health, and wellness. So some possible OT interventions include group therapy sessions on addressing triggers and warning signs, which includes learning coping strategies for those. And in addition, OT intervention will focus on increasing participation in roles and occupations by creating a daily schedule, creating a sensory diet, and using exposure techniques, as well as even recommending home modifications for clients who experience physical barriers. Finally, OTs can train their clients, the clients' caregivers, and the staff in ways to avoid accidentally triggering symptoms of PTSD, such as dissociation and flashbacks.
There are various programs and resources available to help veterans cope with their PTSD. One program that is available is the PTSD Foundation of America. This organization is an intensive residential program for combat veterans who experience PTSD. This program includes housing, food, counseling services, along with other accommodations to aid clients on their journey back to normalcy. Some main features and requirements for this program include clients must stay for at least 6 to 8 months in the program. The program is completely free for veterans and their families. The PTSD Foundation of America is a nonprofit organization that only receives funding based off donations. Currently, the PTSD Foundations of America has 86 veterans that attend the program. The population that this program is for is solely for males only. The majority of the staff working within the foundation have been through the program themselves. Service hours are required to get clients acclimated to go back into society. The housing is independent living, and there is no age requirement, but they must have their DD 214, which is the record that they were in active military. There are many ways occupational therapists can collaborate with the PTSD Foundations of America to help support and enhance the overall well-being of veterans who experience trauma. Some ideas that we came up with include organizing specialized small groups, allowing participants to talk about the various issues and concerns that they deem important. Practitioners can collaborate with clients to enhance their life skills by disclosing strategies to enhance their ability to modify different tasks, such as cooking, cleaning, self-care, as well as other activities. Occupational therapy services can provide weekly leisure activities, enhancing clients to get out and interact with those around them. This activity can not only increase their physical health, but also increase their social participation and mood as well.
Okay, and now for how we develop our program. The goal of our program would to be increase health status, social participation, and opportunity building. Our program will have an approach by collaborating with different types of healthcare providers, such as a psychiatrist, an occupational therapist, and medical physicians. And to advertise it, we were going to put out flyers at a local church community, behavioral centers, or local clinics, as well as anywhere that provides assistance to veterans and active military members that have PTSD. And our main focus of our program is to allow these individuals to gain access to healthcare providers and different variations of therapy services. We're going to focus on occupational-based interventions for each individual, such as an individual that struggles working in the kitchen due to triggering noises, so we can do potential environment modifications. As well as additionally, we'll be focused on any activities or physical activity that will allow for improvement for the individuals. We'll be working with an occupational therapist. And our program will be approximately a 12-week program, and the individuals will attend 2 to 3 hours a week at a local senior community center. And although this will be potentially open to the general public, we are primarily focusing and wanting people that have PTSD that are veterans and active military members. Now for our session plan. Within the first 1 to 2 weeks, we really want the individuals to get an introduction of the program and just to fill it out and how it's going to operate with the group as well as the healthcare providers. And this is where we're going to have interviews and questionnaires with the individual to develop a plan and interventions for each individual. which we are primarily focused on client-based occupational activities. And this is while collaborating with psychiatrists, a medical doctor, and an occupational therapist. For the next 3 to 8 weeks, we're going to work on potential environment modifications by discussing through the interview with their caregiver or whoever takes care of them. And they will meet with their psychiatrist every session for a wellness check and just to see how they're doing overall with the program. Into the next 8 to 12 weeks, the individual will work on their occupational performance with their client-based interventions based off of their interview and what they provided to the healthcare providers. And they will meet with the healthcare providers on the last few weeks just to get an overall feel of the program and overall wellness check, and to see how the individuals did overall in the program. And these are our references. And that will be it. Thank you.